Will Sharp, a war veteran in desperate need of $231,000 for his wife Amy's surgery, approaches Danny, Jake Gyllenhaal, his adoptive brother and a lifelong criminal, who convinces him to participate in a $32 million bank heist. Danny needs Will as a driver because he is an excellent driver who can drive anything. Though initially hesitant, Will agrees after Danny confirms that he is doing this for Amy. The plan almost works until Officer Zach, Jackson White, who goes to the bank to ask for a bank teller, discovers the situation and is held hostage by Danny. The money is stuffed into 4 bags, each containing $8 million. A shootout ensues between one of the heist members and Zach's partner, Officer Mark, Cedric Sanders. The LAPD's Special Investigations Section, SIS, arrives and shoots down the entire crew, with the exception of Will and Danny, who flee to the garage. The SIS had been tracking Danny and his crew since the beginning, but they arrived late because Danny did not use the vehicle equipped with a tracker. Will and Danny escape with 1 bag each. Zach tries to flee, but during a scuffle with Danny, Will accidentally shoots him. Will wants to stop and help Zach, but Danny forces him to abandon Zach and flee. Mark locates Zach and calls for an ambulance. Leaving Zach to die, the brothers try to escape through the back of the building, but it is surrounded by police. They then hijack an ambulance carrying EMT Cam Thompson, Isa Gonzalez, who is treating Zach's injuries. Cam is known as the best paramedic in town, able to keep anyone alive for 20 minutes. But she doesn't have any friends. Danny holds Cam hostage. Danny forces Cam to get the SIS team to let them through the barricade because she has a dying cop in the ambulance. Meanwhile, Mark finds the injured ambulance driver and discovers that it has been hijacked. Following a chase that leads them into an alleyway, Cam makes a desperate attempt to flee with a fire extinguisher but is quickly apprehended by Danny. SIS Captain Monroe, Garrett Dillahunt, arrives on the scene and sends helicopters to track down the ambulance. Danny instructs Will to continue driving towards their backup car location. Cam convinces Danny to assist her in using a defibrillator, and Will transfers some of his blood to Zach, much to Zach's confusion and frustration. Danny wants to keep Zach alive because he understands that killing a cop would have serious consequences for him. Meanwhile, Monroe orders electronic sniping to locate the ambulance's communication units. They discover a satellite phone and police scanners on board. Danny then contacts Poppy, a Martinez, one of his father's criminal associates, for assistance in evading the police in exchange for $8 million. Poppy and his son Roberto begin to load a car with heavy ammunition. Danny threatens to throw Cam off the ambulance after she stops him from shooting Mark, who has been chasing them. When the police discover Monroe's dog inside Mark's police vehicle, they are forced to retreat. FBI agent Anson Clark, Keir O'Donnell, Danny's old friend, is assigned to the case. Clark claims Danny has been robbing banks since he was 17 years old. His father is a known psychotic. Clark claims that Danny is looking for a way out because he did not kill the cop. Will warns Danny not to hurt Cam. Zach begins to bleed. Cam, with Will's assistance, begins surgery on him. Cam successfully performs the surgery despite her inexperience and a ruptured spleen, with advice from doctors who specialize in this field over the phone. Danny took over the driving while Will assisted Cam. Cam tries to convince Will to stop Danny, but to no effect. Will assures Cam that he will get her out safely. The phone line to the doctors was cut due to a low battery when Zach's spleen burst while being removed. In that scenario, the patient has only 60 seconds to live. Cam could use a clamp to block the artery, but the doctors were unaware of this. Monroe, unaware of the surgery's success, proceeds with the procedure and prepares to shoot Will and Danny without negotiating for Cam's life. Clark calls Cam on Zach's phone, which is still on his person inside the ambulance, and instructs her to get down. Cam, wanting to save Zach's life, informs Will and Danny about the snipers. Danny, having had enough of Cam, decides to shoot her, but Will steps in, causing the brothers to argue about their situation. They eventually partially reconcile and listen to music together to relieve tension. Helicopters chase the ambulance down the Los Angeles River, while Danny shoots at them. Will and Danny then drive in the opposite lane of the interstate, resulting in several accidents. Danny hides his ambulance beneath a bridge, which is painted blue by Poppy's men. Danny says this is Will's opportunity to walk away, but Will refuses. He will not leave Danny. Cam discovers that Will has a daughter and that his wife has cancer and requires the funds for her surgery. Many ambulances are driven away from the bridge in different directions, confusing Monroe's teams. On Poppy's orders, his son, Roberto, Jesse Garcia, drives an empty ambulance towards the police after loading it with C4 explosives and deploys machine guns on separate cars to cause additional damage, injuring Monroe in the crossfire. Mark saw Roberto escape after jumping out of the loaded ambulance and pursued him. Mark pursues Roberto and fatally shoots him after a scuffle, leaving Poppy enraged and devastated. Will and Danny escape to Poppy's hideout. Poppy demands that the brothers leave Zach and Cam to deal with. Will refuses and joins Danny in killing Poppy and his crew. In the ambulance, Zach regains consciousness and hands Cam his partner's gun. During the chaos, Cam accidentally shoots Will with Zach's gun. Danny puts Will in the ambulance. Will takes a wad of cash and hands it to Cam, begging her to give it to his wife. Danny transports the ambulance to a hospital and discovers Zach's gun. He is furious when Cam admits that she was the one who shot Will. Danny claims that Will was the one who saved Zach and Cam. Danny vows to kill Cam and himself on live television before confronting the police. Will, faced with no other option, shoots Danny in the back. Danny apologizes to Will before dying of his injuries. After Cam claims to have saved Zach's life, the police arrest Will, who is severely injured, and transport him inside for surgery. Cam secretly gives Amy some of the heist money for her surgery, and when the police question Zach about his injuries, he claims that Will saved his life.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like, share and subscribe button to my channel to see more videos like this.